Hello students, this is the tutorial class of Module 1. In order to pass this lesson, you have to complete an exercise which will be based on this video you're watching. In this occasion, we'll talk about phrasal verbs and word order, not from a grammatical point of view, but from a language point of view. There are some 20 phrasal verbs whose meaning changes when you change the word order. In other words, there are about 20 pairs of transitive phrasal verbs whose meaning depends on whether the verb is separable or inseparable. Remember that transitive means that the verb needs at least an object. For example, break in I broke the cup. The cup is the object. So there are about 20 verbs that can potentially cause confusion. Let's try to clarify this with one example. Let's see the phrasal verb turn on. When I told her, she turned me on. She turned on me. We can see that in she turned me on, the object me is situated between the verb turn and the preposition on. To paraphrase this example, it means when I told her that she excited me. Then we have she turned on me. Here the object me comes after the phrasal verb. And the meaning is different. It means she attacked me. So the word order determines the meaning. Yes? Let's see another example. In this case, the phrasal verb is fly over. He flew my tent over. Now I was able to go on the camping expedition. And he flew over my tent. The noise woke me up. In the first example, fly something, the object over, means to bring or send something by plane. In this case, the tent, it was brought by plane. In the second example, fly over something means to pass above something in an aircraft. So it means he passed above my tent in an airplane, for example. How do we know if the meaning changes according to the order of the words? Well, that's simple. Always check with the dictionaries. Let's see how it is illustrated on a dictionary. In this case, on the Longman Dictionary of Contemporary English, the 5th edition. You can see there are different definitions. We should always look the meaning up in context. So in this case, we have different definitions depending on the word order. And here it is. Turn on somebody. Phrasal verb plus object means to suddenly attack someone. And turn somebody on means, which is verb plus object plus preposition, means to make someone feel sexually excited. There you have it. Word order determines the meaning. Now, in order to pass this tutorial class, I'll ask you to choose 10 phrasal verbs of this list, only 10. Find the definitions of the phrasal verbs in this list on a dictionary and write those definitions. Only one definition for each phrasal verb. Only one. Because we know that depending on the context, the same phrasal verb may have different meanings. Well, you have to choose only one definition and write an example of your own production which reflects that definition. If possible, try to use the vocabulary learned this week. I've written one example here of what you have to do with the rest of the phrasal verbs of the list. I've chosen gather someone around, which means to instruct people to approach you. For example, we gathered the students around and began to explain the symbolism in the painting. Yes, that's the phrasal verb, the meaning, and the example. And the other example is gather around someone. See, you see that the word order is changed. It means to approach somebody and form a circle around him or her. And the example is, we gathered around the students and told them to give us all their money or we would beat them up. I hope you've enjoyed this class and I'll be expecting your submissions. Bye!